Well, it's a pleasure to be here. I found these events so useful when I was trying to get myself started, and so it's definitely a pleasure to meet you, and I'd love to hear anyone, especially in the mobile space, who's starting a business. I noticed there's a couple of mobile tags. I just put a little quote together because I found this to be very true. This was from Twitter yesterday. It says, "By the time there's a proven business model, you're too damn late." And I definitely feel that about the mobile space. Every morning that I think, oh, I have a great idea about this, I see that someone's already not only thinking about it, but has already started down a path to launch it. So I think sometimes it takes a bit of extra guts to go out and build something and put it out there and see what the response is, even if you don't have all of the MBA. I did actually take an MBA and go through the religion of a perfect business plan, and nothing against that, but I think there's also, with the software and the tools that we have available to us to build things, it's great to prototype and put stuff in market and get it in front of clients and see what kind of traction it gets, in addition to walking through the path of having a great business plan and a 2-year plan and a 2-month plan. So I think there's a delicate balance to be had there. So the company that I built is called Web2Mobile. We built 2 products, Email to Mobile and mobilepromopage.com. The concept behind these 2 products is that it basically all started from the idea of when you're on your BlackBerry and you click on a link, the way that link looks is not always optimized. So the minute you go to browse the web on your smartphone, it isn't a great experience. So these products endeavor to, in the span of 4 minutes, allow you to translate a desktop web experience into a mobile-friendly experience and allow anyone from a small business all the way up to an enterprise to create these pages themselves. So to log into our system, pay a monthly subscription fee of either $99, $199 or $499, so we have 3 different packages, and allow them to create these mobile-friendly pages and measure the traffic that was coming in through mobile and smartphone devices. And what we learned through this is that it was a great starter package for clients. So a lot of clients that would go out to companies, go, I think we want to build a mobile app. Oh, that's going to take 8 weeks and it's going to cost lots of money and it's very, very complicated. Our product is more of an entry product for mobile. So if a client thought that they wanted to optimize a campaign for mobile, they could start with us, pay $99, and learn about how many people in their customer base were on smartphone devices. One of my mentors, who's my dad, who's in the audience, was asking me, you have to decide for yourself whether you're going to build products or you're going to offer services. And I think that was one of the most important decisions, because one of the decisions to make product, as an engineer, I really love making product and watch, iterating on product. So I think it was a really good decision for us to start by building products, because we were able to go to clients and have a product to offer them and get their feedback on the mobile space to say, how did that work for you? How many of your customers actually clicked on the link and were interested in the content? And it also allowed people to get started in mobile. So instead of mobile being an overwhelming space, a lot of advertisers are like, I have seen 8 presentations, I have no idea how to get started. It allowed them a turnkey way to get started in the space. It also allowed us, so the way that we funded that development was through that custom client work. So we would take on custom work and then we would use it to fund our product development side. So when we wanted to make improvements to the promo page product or the email product, we would say, okay, what client work can we use to offset our costs of doing that custom dev work on our own stuff. I'd say that probably one of the #1 things that I did locally here was this type of networking. I found that the mentorship that I got through both the Canadian Marketing Association and Marketing Magazine, and just through the community, people really seem to want to help. Once you start reaching out and getting more help, it seems to come back to you. Like, the more people that you help, the more help that you get yourself. Some of the pros of bootstrapping were the fact that I got started right away by deciding to build it and going out and doing it. And I also, it required instant feedback on the product, because I went into business basically to try and get a client on board today. And the good thing about that was that someone, I'd see instantly whether the market was ready for the product or whether someone would buy it. I guess the downside to that is the product may not have been as ready as it could have been for market, but it definitely paid off, because then once we got clients on board, we were able to change the product according to what clients were looking for. And that it was definitely very, very lean, but we were very, very quick to market. And I think one of the benefits of the software that I even take it for granted, the fact that it's so easy now with some of the dev tools that we have to build software compared to even 10 years ago. Just even building websites now, it seems like it's so trivial compared to the way it was. So I think taking advantage of some of those opportunities is a great way to bootstrap and get ideas into market. So since I went into business without business partners as a sole entrepreneur, I was balancing the ideas, the product development, and trying to improve the product over time. I found it difficult to do all of the business development and the operations and the delivery and the client calls. So I found over time it was more difficult to be a sole entrepreneur than to have partners perhaps in the business. Not to say it's not possible, and it was also really exciting to grow the business, but that made my decision to sell. I was more interested in selling the business because I thought at least putting the business into a bigger company, I would have get more instant feedback, have some of the support to run the operations and the financing. But there's definitely a rush about starting something and bringing clients on and getting that success that is unmatched. So I hope to help anyone who's interested or answer any questions.